Hi again, and thanks for your comments and feedback from video 1. That's where we covered the 3 things that you must include in your rugby practice to be a fun rugby coach. These were 1. Be a clear communicator, 2. Make your practice challenging for your players, and 3. Include competition in your practice. Do these 3 things and you're coaching the fun way. It's true. If you haven't seen video 1 yet, pause this video now and go and have a watch. My name's John Leslie, business owner, family man, community man, and I'm a volunteer rugby coach. If you're a volunteer rugby coach like me, you'll probably want these things. You'll want to do a good job that you're proud of, and you want your players to have a fun rugby experience, and you want to develop better rugby players along the way. But you also don't want to overcommit too much of your valuable time, because after all, we're just volunteers. Now, even though I'm a volunteer, I've gone deep in my rugby coaching journey. I've studied, experimented, and I've learnt so much about how to be a better coach. So you should listen to me if you want to move fast and you don't want to make all the mistakes I've made. And I highly recommend you don't make all the ones I have. Does this sound nice? You being able to quickly play in a fun, modern rugby practice just perfect for your team, and to easily and accurately communicate your plan with your players without having to sacrifice too much of your valuable family, leisure or work time. In video 1, it was all about how to be a fun coach. Now in video 2, I'm going to share with you the plan so how you can easily be a modern coach. A plan that works for pro rugby players right through to the under 6s. It's a simple 2-step plan, and it's made me such a better rugby coach, and I know it'll do the same for you. So let's get modern. Your first thing to do is choose a skill for your players to train. Any rugby skill, it's your choice. Then step 1 is to drill the skill. Drills work because they train through the power of repetition. To become great at something, we've got to put in the time. Whether it be sport, art, music, oratory, business, teaching, whatever it is, it's the same. No one ever reaches the pinnacle of success with their first step. Ask a jiu-jitsu master how to become a black belt and they'll tell you it's time on the mat. And that's just another way of saying repetition and drilling the skill. Now you might be questioning me about now, saying, John, drilling skills, that's hardly a modern coaching technique. It's been around forever. And yes, I agree. Drilling skills is not that modern. However, it's more modern than making players run laps, and that's what too many old school, stuck, old-fashioned coaches are doing to their players. Now here's the magic, the gold nugget that everyone loves. Step 2 to becoming a modern rugby coach is you game the skill. Games work because they train and test players in an open, unpredictable environment, and games are fun. Choose a game that heavily involves the skill you're coaching and play. Now when you combine the 3 things for fun rugby coaching, clear communication, making your practice challenging, and making your practice competitive, and then you action the plan to be a modern coach, step 1, drill the skill, step 2, game the skill, you'll be coaching the fun, modern way. Your players will love it, and so will you. Now I've received some questions from coaches that have their particular style. Some volunteer coaches say they like to keep it simple. See who turns up to practice, play some touch, ask the players what they want to do, then have a team run after all that. Their reason for coaching like this? Because that's how we do things around here, or that's what they said. If that's you, you're just screaming out, I'm not organised, I don't care, I'm weak. And I'm sorry if you don't like it, but deep down your players won't like it either. If you coach like this, you're a disservice to your players and your club, and you'll be battling for players to turn up come the middle of the season, and ultimately you'll fail. The reality is, if you plan and coach your players the fun, modern way, that's when your training is simple. Simple because it's easy to understand and your players are engaged. That's what we want. What about the fitness-obsessed coach? How can this fun, modern way of coaching work for them? Choose skills and drills and games that get the heart pumping and the legs racing. Then you can train fitness and coach rugby at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. And how about coaches that have said, I want to do it my way because I know my players best and I know what works for them. I love that, and I agree with these coaches 100%. The cool thing about this fun modern way of coaching is that it guides you. You have the freedom and are encouraged to fill it up with the skill drills and games you choose. So your rugby practice is exactly how you want it to be and perfect for your players. It's so important to add our own flair and coaching flavour. It'd be boring if we were all the same. In video number 3, we're going to break new ground. I'm going to show you how the humble volunteer rugby coach, that's me, that's you, can overcome the gnarliest, most paralysing obstacle we all still face. It's crazy really what I've got to show. Imagine preparing your fun modern rugby training in minutes and then being able to communicate your complex set of rugby instruction in an easy to understand way to your players before they even get to practice. So everyone is on the same page and ready for rugby. What kind of impact would that have on your free time and your players and your coaching success and your feel-good factor? I'll tell you all about it in the next video, number 3. Don't miss it, it's coming soon. Thanks for your time. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment on our Facebook page and tell me what you think and what you want to know more about. Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you through on video 3.